So are you currently looking for a job? Well, you're in luck because today I'll be taking you through my manifestation tips that I use to call into my life, my dream job, right in the middle of the pandemic. So if you're new to this channel, hi, my name is Linda, and in this platform, I talk about my marketing career, marriage, as well as topics to do with self-love. So if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any of my weekly videos. Now, a year or so ago, I'd taken an 18-month career break, and I felt, for all kinds of reasons, it happens. I just felt like I needed a break. I'd been working continuously for over 10 years, and I just felt like that was the right time for me to just regroup and reset myself. So I took a sabbatical. Now, it so happened that right after 18 or so months, I just started feeling like, yes, I'm now ready to get back into the work market, and I started looking for a job. Now, the one thing that I did differently was I decided, I stumbled into the whole manifestation thing. And in fact, at that particular point, I was listening to one of my favorite YouTubers, and she talked about a manifestation journal. I actually don't have it here with me. So it is so interesting because for the first time, I actually had personal goals. Please don't ask me why I never had personal goals. I always had my career goals, but I never had just holistic goals that touch throughout the whole, all aspects of my life. So I will be sharing with you 4 very specific tips that I use that got me a job right in the middle of the pandemic. And you can see, this is actually my LinkedIn. This was a year ago. And I did a post just to celebrate, I don't know if you can see it, just to celebrate actually getting a job, and it ended up having over 47,000 views, and this is on LinkedIn. So ladies, guys, whoever is watching, this stuff works. And for me, what's amazing is just how simple some of these steps are. So the first thing you need to do is to get really clear about what kind of job you're looking for. So for me at that particular point, the one thing that I was really specific or clear about was I did not, even though I had an 18-month break, I did not want to get a job that would have to make me get a pay cut. So I did 3 scenarios in terms of salaries that I wanted to get. And I ended up getting the exact amount in terms of salary that I was looking for. So you need to get clear in terms of what kind of job are you looking for. I was at that particular point also clear in terms of the industries I wanted to go and work for. One was in agriculture and FMCG, because those are the industries that I was familiar and I felt I could catch on fast. And you need to do the same, figure out, you may not know which industry you're looking to get into, but maybe have a range in terms of what salary would excite you, what kind of job description, do you want to live in, do you want a job in a particular kind of town? What exactly is it you're looking for? So the first thing is get clear in terms of what you're looking for, yeah? So the second tip that I would give you, and this worked for me, was to look at what skills would your job that you want to get, what skills do they require? So for me, since I'd been out of a job for like 18 months, at that time, digital marketing was hot, and it's an area I honestly, to be honest, I think I've done another video on digital marketing and how I got into it. And for me, I did all the research and I saw that's an area that would give me a quick entry into the market, because many people were getting into digital marketing. It was still a bit new here in Kenya, and not many traditional marketers. And when I say traditional marketers, most of us brand managers, brand builders, were also combining that expertise with digital marketing. So for me, it made sense to upskill in the area of digital marketing. Now, it's so interesting because when I was using my manifestation planner. Some of these steps, they look like they were so obvious, but they were not really obvious. So if you look at the second tip in terms of what skills you need to upskill in, check out what are there any certain courses, or are there any certain programs that you could do to at least start giving you that vibe like you're getting closer towards working. Remember, there's also an energy that comes with being around what would I call it? Being around what you want to be. So for instance, if you're really interested in getting back to working, for me, the energy that I wanted to start putting into place was around just refreshing my mind intellectually in terms of, what materials or what kind of job I'd be doing. So definitely I needed to have the skill. So that's the second tip. Look for areas that you may need to upskill in, and that would also bring you closer towards what you want. Because honestly, ladies or guys, if you're watching this, if you're manifesting something, honestly, I don't think it will do you justice just to have a dream and then you're not taking any inspired action. And for me, I would call the digital marketing thing inspired action, because I would have easily gotten another marketing job based off of my traditional qualifications, because honestly, I'd worked in some great companies, but just I just kept having this nudge in me that, Linda, upskill in digital, upskill in digital. I just kept having it, and I listened to it, and honestly, my life has never been the same. Yeah, so the second thing you need to do is upskill. So at this point, I'd love to know, have you upskilled? What areas have you upskilled in recently, especially for your marketing careers? Please let me know further down. I'd love to hear. Now, the third thing that you need to do when it comes to manifesting your dream job is to really maintain a positive outlook towards jobs. And of course, at that point, I went for, because between the period when I actually decided I want to manifest a job versus when it came through, I went through several interviews, and there was one which completely crushed my heart. And honestly, if I had not quickly, taken care of my mental dialogue, I would probably have given up with the whole job hunting thing. But it's so interesting because that was the job right before my job came to fruition. So after that interview, I truly just felt like, wow, this is a job I would love. This is what I'd want. Then a few days later, I got a regret. And I remember I had to travel like 3 or 4 hours to their location, but because it was with that school that I could just picture my son going, it's like one of the most elite schools in the country, I felt like, oh my God, I was so crushed when I didn't get that job. But anyway, I dusted myself up, and I now try to look at it positively in terms of what it really helped me refine what kind of job I'm looking for. And also, as painful as it was, I decided to see what gaps I had during that interview process that would help me for the future interviews. And that's what leads me to the fourth step, embodying what it is that you want. Okay, so embodying is important. Yes, you can want to manifest your dream job. Yes, you can have the inspired action. Yes, you can go through the interviews. But the one thing that really put me into that mind frame or mindset of really wanting to get back to work is, first of all, looking at taking all the insights from my various interviews and working on me. So I remember there was one where I had to do a presentation, and oh my God, I really don't, presentations are not my biggest skill set, but now it's something I absolutely love. And I remember I purposed and I told myself, Linda, the next interview, you're gonna be a star when it comes to public speaking. So I just started practicing. And I mean, look at me now. I can even do a YouTube channel. So for me, it just shows the growth. So whatever it is you want, you need to be able to embody it. I went to the extent of changing my whole routine. So I had a morning routine and I put it in such a way that I was working. So in my mind, I was like, Linda, you're getting ready to work. You've been out of work for 18 months. So of course I would have, my mornings were the way I used to feel, but I set myself a morning routine. So I'd wake up at a certain hour. I would wake up like at 5, I would do my workout, I would dress up, like literally dress up like I'm going to work. And then I would sit at the table because at that time I'd started doing many other things, but it just put me in that mind frame of, Linda, you're getting back to work. So it just became natural. And I knew that if I start early, if I start embodying what it is that I want, by the time I get a job, I will not be struggling to have to switch and shift and having to adjust to the whole working arena all over again. And it's so interesting because do you know what happened? My last role, I didn't even look for it. I relaxed. After the last interview where I was completely crushed, I relaxed. I completely relaxed. And guess what? I got a message that called me for an interview. I passed the first round. The second round I passed. And guess what, guys? When I had the conversation with the hiring person, I put my price and they did not push back. And guess what? It was exactly aligned to the salary range that I had in mind. And remember, for me, a requirement was I did not want to go back in terms of my salary. So if you're, looking for a job, if you're looking to start your job hunt, you can use these 4 simple tips to help you get started so that at least you start to, put yourself in a position mentally as well as emotionally and physically so that you can be able to call into you the job that you want. So if I offer one-on-one coaching, if you can find my details further in the subscription box. So reach me out if you need any help with your marketing career, especially if you're getting started, if you need help with marketing strategies. I also work with women. If you need any self-love, self-esteem kind of coaching, hit me up in the subscription box and let's keep talking. Have a wonderful day. Bye.